Hey, how's it going, YouTube? I'm going to share this on some social media real quick and get this going. You know the drill on these videos. Every morning coming to you Monday through Friday, giving you some good content on personal growth, leadership, coach, speaker, and trainer. Certified with the John Maxwell team, and I'm coming to you from a perspective of being an entrepreneur and also being one that is skilled in communication. So you can be looking for podcasts on communication, on entrepreneurship. I'll have some links and ways that you can get that information on my website at drewtjackson.com. You are on my page right now. drewtjackson.com is the name of my YouTube channel as well, so you can like and subscribe that. And I'd love for you to hit the little bell so you can get reminders when I go live, and you can just log right in, find out when I go live, and log right in, jump in the mix. So I would love to have your questions too. Please comments about things that you would like to hear. If you're a business owner, operator, things that you're tackling, if you are in leadership in an organization. Questions that you have, I'd love to hear your questions, and I'll answer them. And respond to you, and we can have a great dialogue interaction. And my hope is that I can help you. Like I've said before, my dream is to help you live yours. So if your dream is to be a fantastic business owner, I want to help you do that. If your dream is to be a great account manager, salesperson, executive, whatever your role is, I want to help you get there. Today in particular, we're talking about being entrepreneurs. This will help you no matter where you're at. Sometimes I got to stand up just to get that blood flowing. I feel like a little tiger in a cage here in this room. I'm in another cool room with cool paintings and stuff. This is a cool painting. It says that 60% of U.S. money is printed in Fort Worth, so that's cool. I think it's true. Anyhow, we're going to jump right in here. I'm going to talk about sales today. The entrepreneur mindset. As you go into being an entrepreneur, a big challenge that I had, and that's why I'm addressing this, a big challenge that I had was I did not think that I had to be a salesperson to be an entrepreneur. I thought I could just be good at coaching, good at speaking, good at training. If I was good at my craft, an expert at my craft, then I wouldn't need to, it would sell itself. I wouldn't need to be a salesperson, but that couldn't be further from the truth. You have got to, entrepreneur, hear me right now. Look at me. Look at me. If you are an entrepreneur, you need to market yourself and you need to sell yourself and close deals. Close deals. You have to be active as a salesperson. So to do that, I'm going to bring you through the same journey in about 3 minutes that I had to go through myself. And that is the journey of embracing being a salesperson. Change your mindset about sales. Number one, thing is that you can't be an expert. So that's from the outset. But how do you change your mind about sales? How do you change your mind about sales? Well, number one, you got to make the choice to change your mind about salespeople. Change your mind about how you view them. And I want to give you the foundational word for sales. Sales is actually founded it's a Norwegian word, and the root word of this is to serve. To serve. So the first thing you have to know about a salesperson is that a salesperson is one that serves or meets the needs of others. Oh, you're already changing your mind about salespeople, right? See, a salesperson asks questions. You're not just coming in and talking and giving your spiel and letting them know about your deal. You are actually taking some time to investigate what they need, what their organization needs, identifying the need, and then serving them with your services that you bring to the table or your goods that you can offer. So the first thing is a salesperson is one that serves. Number two, salespeople take action. You've got to take action. You will not grow your business. You will not be an entrepreneur for long. You'll be back working for someone else, which is fine if that's what you want to do. But if your desire is to be an entrepreneur and have some freedom in your schedule and what you want to do, then you're going to have to be a salesperson. How do you do that? You got to take action. Not just action, something I've been saying the last couple of days, you got to take massive action if you're going to be a salesperson. It is not simply enough to show up. I'm in an office today, but showing up in an office does not mean I'm productive. calling myself a salesperson, changing my mindset about sales does not make me productive. I've got to take action. So I set a goal for myself, and you can set your own goals. But for me, I set a goal of 10 calls a day. I've got to make 10 phone calls. That's not 10 touches. That's not 10 emails. That's not 10 bumped into someone in the hallway. 10 phone calls. Figure out how you're going to make 10 phone calls a day. That's a goal that works for me, where when I'm active with speaking that day, doing training, coaching with clients, that I believe I can still make 10 phone calls a day, 10 touches. Some of these are follow-up calls. You need to get a good client relation management system, and I'll talk about that in a later call, maybe next week, maybe in a couple weeks. I'll talk about on a Tuesday a great CRM, client relationship management system that I use that helps me stay on track with that, so I'm not just spending half my day spinning my wheels figuring out who am I going to call. But you got to take action. 10 calls, emails don't count. Look, yesterday I made my 10 calls. It took me till about 3 o'clock in the afternoon because in between those calls I was following up with people on the calls that I made, or I was following up the emails that had come in from previous calls. So you've got to take this action and continue to press the gas pedal on your sales. So take action. And number 3, and then we'll close out. Number 3, sales can be learned. You got to change your mind. It's not like, oh, they're salesmen, they're a natural salesman. What does that usually mean anyways? A natural salesman usually means that they can talk easily. They can walk up to someone they don't know and talk to them. Well, talking, there's an old sales term that says if you're talking, you aren't selling. So you need to actually be quiet to be a salesperson and let people talk themselves into it and talk themselves into using your goods and services. A good salesperson asks questions. But with this, that's not what I was talking about with sales can be learned. Sales can be learned. And one thing I want you to take away from this, I heard it from a mentor of mine who also works with an organization where he has some responsibilities in sales. And they have a statement, and I've heard it from other salespeople since, and it's this: the sales are in the follow-up. The sales are in the follow-up. I was hearing a statistic by Grant Cardone that said 70% of salespeople only make one phone call. One phone call. Are you kidding me? 70% of people give up after the first phone call. You might not even get a person on the phone after the first phone call. How can you give up at that point? So, and he mentioned in his video that it's in the 6th to 7th call that you usually get a sale. So I want to encourage you. Sales can be learned. It's a discipline, and the sales are in the follow-up. Okay, so if you're an entrepreneur, you're a salesperson, change your mind on sales. Watch this video again. To sell is to serve, and you got to take action. So I hope you enjoyed this. Like and subscribe this video, and I will have more content for you tomorrow on leading a team. All right, thanks a lot. Talk to you soon.